Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Asrafi. You can call me Asrafi. Today, I'm going to discuss about an analysis podcast video with the title Tony Robbins helps Theo deal with low self-worth. Okay, let's go to the discussion. In this video, we will discuss about several aspects, namely the first, conversational structure, language use and vocabulary, tone and style, conversational technique and body language, and cultural aspects. For the first, we will discuss about conversational structure and flow. The conversation begins with a discussion about feeling proud of oneself, transitioning into exploring emotional harms and the impact of past experience. It delves into the importance of recognizing and changing negative thought patterns and with a focus on gratitude and self-love as mean as to foster positive emotions. This video is about Tony Robbins help Theo confront his struggles with low self-worth, emphasizing the power of self-love and changing negative narrative. The topic shifts naturally as emotions and thought evolve during the conversation, and both speakers have opportunities to express themselves, though talk time may not always feel equal. The second, we will talk about language use and vocabulary. The speakers use several informal language elements, slang, idioms, and filler words throughout their conversation. Here are some examples. First, slang or informal language. Here, the example is dude, used frequently as a casual way to address someone, and you know, a common filler phrase used to engage the listener. Okay, the second one is idioms. The example of idioms here is emotional home. What is that? It refers to the familiar emotional state a person tends to refer to. And then, draw a line in the sand. It means to set a clear boundary or limit. The last is filler word. Filler words such as or like or words, sounds or phrases we use to fill in the space when we don't know what to say. Like here is the example is like, it's used frequently as a filler or to soften statements. You know, used to prompt agreement or understanding. And the last is a common hesitation marker indicating thought. There are some vocabulary and expressions specific to the podcast topic that are interesting to me. Include first, emotional home. This term refers to the set of emotional response and feelings that a person is accustomed to, often formed during childhood. For example, we have an emotional home where certain feelings are familiar, even if they are negative. The second is imposter syndrome, a psychological pattern where an individual doubts their accomplishment and fears being exposed as a fraud. Example, many people experience imposter syndrome, feeling like their success isn't really deserved. The last is self-pity. self-pity, a feeling of sorrow for oneself, often seen as a hindrance to personal growth. Example, I noticed that my biggest addiction was self-pity, which I didn't even realize at first. Next, we will discuss about tone and style. The tone of the conversation is primarily friendly and sportive, with elements of humor interspersed throughout. The speakers engage in a candid discussion about personal struggles, utilizing humor to lighten serious topics while maintaining an empathetic and understanding atmosphere. The speaker's communication style is primarily direct and casual. They express their thought and feeling openly, creating an atmosphere of honesty and vulnerability. While they are polite to each other, the casual tone allows for a more relaxed dialogue, making it easier to discuss sensitive topics without formality. Okay, let's talk about conversational technique and body language. The speakers utilize several conversational strategies effectively. First, asking questions. They frequently ask open-ended questions to encourage deeper exploration of feelings. For example, one speaker asks, "What emotion would you feel if you saw that I'm proud of you?" This invites reflection and discussions. Second, clarifying. They clarify each other's statements to ensure understanding. An intent is when one speaker seeks clarification by saying, "Does that make sense though?" This helps maintain clarity in their language, in their dialogue. The third is adding humor. Humor is woven into the conversation to ease tension and create a more comfortable atmosphere. For example, one speaker jokes, "We cry on here every week, sorry dude," which adds levity to an emotional topic. In the conversation, nonverbal communication plays a significant role in enhancing the interaction. For instance, gesture. The speakers use hand gesture to emphasize points or convey emotion, such as open hand when discussion vulnerability, which signal openness and honesty. Facial expression. Expressions such as smile, frowns, and raised eyebrows can indicate empathy or humor. A smile during a light-hearted moment can create a sense of camaraderie, while a serious expression during a poignant topic can convey understanding and support. And the last is eye contact. Maintaining eye contact can signal engagement and attentiveness. When one speaker looks directly at the other while sharing a personal story, it fosters a deeper connection and shows that they are genuinely listening. The last is about cultural aspects. In the conversation, several cultural references or norms are evident, particularly in how the speakers navigate their difference. The speakers share jokes or light-hearted comments that reflect their cultural backgrounds. For instance, if one speaker uses a cultural-specific joke, the other may either adapt it or respond with humor from their own culture, fostering a sense of connection despite difference. One speaker comes from a culture where formal communication is the norm, while the other prefers a casual style. They might find a middle ground, but they adopt a more relaxed tone to make the interaction feel more comfortable. Overall, their ability to adapt highlights the respect for each other backgrounds and contributes to effective communication. Okay, that's enough from an analysis podcast video. I hope you understand what am I saying before. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.